How can you make your story deeper and more emotional? Pixar's Inside Out screenwriter has the answer.
My son is in film school and he said to me, so I was talking to my friend about her theme and I suddenly realized, oh, these emotional themes, you might be a little bit embarrassed to even talk about it. Do you think that's right? It's a really good indicator that you're right. If it feels a little humiliating to admit, or you're embarrassed to say this happened and I behaved this way, that's the love, that's the juice. And that's why it's art and not craft, because you are brave enough. You're brave enough to say it. And the audience needs you to be brave enough to say it so they don't feel so alone. And it can be hard to get into your conscious mind because it's usually unconscious when we start. And to me, that's what all the drafts are about, is just trying to dig that in and pull that up. It can take a while.
I love that it's also more honest in terms of letting yourself surprise because it's unconscious. You don't know what the truth is, and the story allows us also as creators to find truth that we didn't know about at the beginning.
When you finally get it, you're like, yeah, I knew that. And part of you this whole time, but it didn't have words. That's why you needed trusted partners and support to keep, is this authentic to you? And asking you questions. Sometimes just asking why a lot, why helps. And sometimes it's that barf draft, it's that free writing, because your intellect doesn't have time to shut it down because your intellect's afraid of it emotionally. It doesn't want it to be conscious. But those free writings, it'll just poof. You'll be so surprised the character said that. And then you'll feel like, oh, in the first movie when Riley comes home and she basically says to her parents, you want me to be happy, but I'm not. I had to write that really fast. And I really think it came up because I had to write it so fast. Because that's what I wanted to say to my parents when I was 11 years old. But I don't think if I had a lot of time, I think my brain would have been like, nah, that's sentimental. Nah, it's too cheesy, sentimental. As soon as your brain is saying to you, something is cheesy or sentimental, I want to challenge you to go write it as cheesily and as sentimentally as you can. Because there is an emotion sitting in there that your brain is afraid of. So be a warrior and write cheesily. It's an exercise. Just write it. No one has to see it.
Exactly. I think you have to dare to be cheesy in order to find it. And then see that a lot is.
Let's do t-shirts. Dare to be cheesy.
Dare to be cheesy. I was thinking about Interstellar from Nolan. If you look at it from a different angle, it's very cheesy. But he dared to go there. And in many Pixar movies, I think it's right before that line of cheesy because it doesn't feel cheesy at all. At least for me, it's a fantastic sci-fi film about love and time. But if you think about it, it's very love conquers all.
That authentic truth, that what, is very honest and valuable to the world. The how could be cheesy, right? And sometimes something's cheesy because you haven't gone down below it, right? Love conquers all. Okay, feels cheesy. Why? Why for you? What kind of love? How did you conquer love? What did that look like? What was the cost? Going down below that, because we are weird, contradictory people. I just had this amazing experience of going to a premiere and having this amazing experience, and I got really sad. It was so weird. What is this about? But that's where it starts to feel less cheesy and more authentic, right? Because you're just being honest enough to go, I don't know, I started crying all the time. But I think it was just the stress and the years of work starting to reverberate out, right? And it's over and it's done and all kinds of emotions, right?
Yeah.
So you've got to dare to be cheesy first to even get there.
Exactly, yeah. Dare to be cheesy.
There you have it. Keep learning from Meg by listening to her great podcast, The Screenwriting Life, or join one of her amazing workshops. The links to those are also below. In the meantime, keep learning from Pixar storytellers by watching this playlist I've set up for you. I'm Pietro, and this is Write for Animation. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any new videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you there.